Hello YouTube, it's been so long. I have so much to share with you all. I am now, I don't know, almost 2 weeks post-op, I believe, and this has been a journey. Oh my god, it's been a journey. Where do I start? I'm gonna go or start from the beginning to the end. Hopefully I have enough time, but we're gonna start from the airport, or my flight. My flight was like 20 something hours. It was supposed to be 16 hours, but it ended up being 20 something hours to the DR because a couple of flights were delayed. It wasn't my fault. They were delayed, so we had to wait on the next plane and all that nonsense. It was ridiculous, but it wasn't as bad as the flight back home. So fast forward, the flight was horrible, but whatever. It turned out to be good because I made it there. So after making it to the DR, I was waiting on Conrad. I already had a picture of my driver and everything, so I was expecting to see him. Going through the DR, the DR's airport was a hot mess because no one spoke English, so it was just like really bad. We finally got through. We had to go through like this food court, and it was like so many people out there with signs, I guess like waiting for people to come off the plane. It was so many people. I was like so nervous because, like I said, no one spoke English. I've never been out of the country, so it was really tough. So then I saw a man, and he had a sign with my name up, but it wasn't who I was expecting for it to be. So anyway, once I saw him, I'm like, okay, this is not who I expected for it to be, but how else would he know my name and know how I look? So I'm like, okay, I guess I can trust this crazy looking man. So I'm like, all right. So we end up going with him, and there was another lady at the airport who he was waiting on as well. So it was like, I don't know where, I think she was from Australia. I don't know. She had an accent. She spoke a different language, and she spoke English. So okay, I thought he was picking her up to have surgery, but she wasn't having surgery. I asked her, and she was like, no, I'm just here to visit or whatever. So the driver was like, okay, well, we're gonna drop her off first, and then we'll drop you off at your recovery house. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So we okay, we're driving to drop her off, and mind you, like the DR, I guess we were like in the hood of the DR. I was so afraid. I'm like thinking, like, is this really my driver? Like, did he I just stalked my Instagram page or my YouTube channel. That's how he learned my name. Is he trying to like rob me or have me set up? Like, so many like different thoughts were going through my head. So we went to drop her off, and she stayed at a hostel. And when I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Hostel, but this place we dropped her off, it was like the movie Hostel. It was really scary. Like, it wasn't clean. It was dark, mind you. We were already tired. It was just really scary. And he was letting her, and mind you, I heard so many horror stories about the DR. So she got out the car, and I'm like, does she have, like, is she trying to set me up too? I don't know. I thought we were getting set up to be robbed. So she got out the car first, and then my driver got out of the car, and it was like a whole bunch of guys like standing around, hanging around. So I asked my baby, I was like, I don't really feel safe. I asked the driver, I'm like, can we lock the doors? I don't feel safe. He was like, no, you're okay, it's okay. So I'm looking around, and like people walking past. He get out the car to help the lady out, and he didn't lock the doors, and he left the key in the ignition. So of course I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to get robbed. Somebody's about to walk past, hop in the car, drive off with us in the car. I was just so terrified. So I'm looking like, and you know, like thinking of like, okay, if somebody jump in this car right now and take off, what do I do? So at first I was gonna lock my doors, and I'm like, no, let me leave my doors open just in case somebody jump in the car. I can jump out, we can run, get away. We had money to get a taxi cab or whatever. I was terrified. So after like 3 minutes of almost shitting my pants, the driver finally came back to the car, and I was still scared. I was gonna be afraid until I made it to their recovery house. So he got in the car, and then we ended up driving us to the recovery house. And this recovery, mind you, I stayed at Serenity too. And when we pulled up, I was like, wow, like this is a big difference. It was so clean, it was beautiful. Like it had the underground security, you know, like it was gated. It's like a gated building, and you have to get, I guess, buzzed in to even enter the garage. So once I made it there, I felt really, really safe. And then we got there. A nurse met us in the garage. The nurse was really, 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 really nice. I loved everybody there. The nurse took us up to our room, which is on the 7th floor, and it was pretty much what I expected. Serenity 2 looked exactly how it looks on their Instagram page. Like it was perfect. It was really clean. They had food ready for us. Even though we made it there late, they made sure we had food. And it was just really good. I really, really liked it. We stayed there for 9 days, 9 or 10 days. And my stay was pretty good. Like they really babied me. They washed me up. They washed my ears, my toes, my butt, my everything. They washed me up like a little baby. They fed me. They gave me my meds. They just took really, really good care of me and my baby. So okay, so the first day I was supposed to go to SIPLA, but we made it there too late. We made it there like 7-something p.m. I think SIPLA closed at 6 o'clock p.m. So we made it. The next morning, we ended up going to SIPLA. And mind you, I was there with 3 other girls. Yep, I was there with 3 other girls. So we all went to SIPLA. One other girl went to Yili's office. But we ended up going to SIPLA the next day. And that's when I did my lab work and all of that. They did an EKG on me and checked my blood pressure and stuff like that. And of course, my blood pressure was sky high. It was 150 over 100, and it's supposed to be 120 over 80. So my blood pressure was really high because I was so anxious and all of that. Meeting Duran, it was like meeting a celebrity. She was so kind, so nice. Like, she was so patient. She didn't rush me. Any questions I had, she kept me in the office until I was done with her. We joked around. We were on IG together. Like, Duran is like so, like, I love her so much. She's everything I thought she would be. What else happened? Okay, so the first day, she took pictures. She took pictures of me. She didn't mark me up the first day. So she took pictures of me and was just letting me know that I needed to calm down so that my blood pressure can decrease because it was too high. So after she did that and I took my lab and everything, I ended up leaving, going back to Serenity and tried to calm my nerves. So the next day, which was the 22nd, that was surgery day, and I was still a little anxious, but not as anxious. I guess I was more anxious because I was worried about my blood pressure. I wasn't afraid at all of having surgery. I was just more, I don't know, I've never done this before, so I was more anxious than I should have been. So, okay, the day of surgery, I went in. They didn't check my blood pressure right away, which was great because I had time to calm down. So what did I do when I went there? The day of surgery, we paid for the surgery. We paid for my stage 2 faja. We paid for my compression socks and whatever I needed to pay for, we paid for it that day. Meds, all of that good stuff, we paid for the day of surgery. So Duran finally called me in her office after we paid for everything, and I got naked, and she marked my body up, and she didn't really ask me what I wanted. I didn't show her any wish pictures because honestly I just trusted her, and I knew that, I mean, if you think about it, everybody's bodies look the same after surgery, whether you show her a wish picture or not. So I didn't show her a wish picture because, I mean, everybody's bodies are different, and I just knew that she would know what to do with my body. I did tell her to just suck me dry. I said, Duran, just take all this fat out of my stomach and my back. I don't want it. You can have it. Take it away. And she did that. So she marked me up. She took more pictures, and I went back in the waiting room. She took care of more patients, I guess, and after I waited like a few minutes, I ended up going to back to the first floor, which is the emergency room. They took my blood pressure there, and you know, they asked me different questions about my health. I thought my fibroids would be an issue. I have like 3 small fibroids on my uterus, but that wasn't an issue because they were so small. And they asked me questions about my health, like I said. What else happened down there? I think that's about it. So going from the emergency room, I went to the 4th floor, and the 4th floor is where they give you your blue pill. I don't remember the name of the blue pill, but whatever anxiety I was having, it went away after I took that blue pill. Okay, they placed me in my room. So after I got to the 4th floor, I waited in the lobby for a little while. Then they took me to my room, the room that I was going to be in after surgery. The room, let's just say, I wouldn't want to stay at Cipla ever again in life. The people were nice. The only thing is that they really didn't speak English. The room that I was in, it wasn't a hospital bed in there. It was like a full or queen size bed or mattress, like a regular mattress, bed, whatever. No headboard, I don't believe. And it had plastic over the mattress. The plastic looked a little dingy, so I can't say that. You have to bring your own blanket and your own pillows to the hospital because they didn't have anything to give you. The room was very, very hot. So my babes had to ask for the remote control for the AC for my room, and she had to pay $30 for the remote for the AC. Once you return that remote the next day, they give you your money back. But that room was so damn hot, and the bathroom wasn't a good sight. It just wasn't a good sight at Cipla at all. The surgeons, their office is very clean and very beautiful. The lobby is very clean, very beautiful. You have people in the hospital cleaning up. You smell bleach all through the hospital, but just looking at it is not a pretty sight. It doesn't really look like our hospitals on the mainland or in the States. So yeah, it wasn't a good sight. I was praying and hoping that I didn't have to go back to Cipla for anything, unless I was going to Duran's office, because her office is very, very clean and a beautiful sight. So, okay, after they gave me my room, they gave me my compression socks to put on. I put on my compression socks, and then they gave me my blue pill. My blue pill, it took like maybe 15 minutes to kick in, because after 15 minutes, I really don't remember anything. My baby told me they brought in the bed, and I had to stand on a chair to get in the bed. I don't even remember that part. So they rolled me out, and they went to work. So did I wake up during surgery? I do remember waking up during surgery. I didn't feel anything. I just remember seeing bodies, like people around me. But I didn't feel anything but like pressure. And I remember just like making a noise like, ah! And I guess they put me back down. But I was told that a lot of people wake up during surgery because they don't give you a whole bunch of anesthesia just to make sure you're still alive while they're doing all of that work on you. So I think they purposely give you a little bit of anesthesia just to make sure you're okay. If you wake up, that means you're okay. Then they'll put you back under. So yeah, I did feel a little bit of pressure after that. I don't remember anything. I just know I ended up back in my room. I was back in my room, wrapped up, and I wasn't in any pain, which is weird. Maybe because the anesthesia was still in my system, I don't know. But I wasn't in any pain. I didn't really feel anything but a heavy ass booty. I'm trying to think. So yeah, I didn't really feel anything. I was twerking. I didn't take any pain meds until like a few hours after they put me back in the room, and it wasn't because my body was hurting. I started my cycle, or at least I thought I started my cycle, and I was like cramping really bad, so I took medicine for that. But other than that, my body wasn't hurting at all. So the lipo didn't hurt and my butt didn't hurt. It just was uncomfortable. I had a catheter. That was the most uncomfortable thing. Like with that, you know what a catheter is, right? The little tube they put inside you and you urinate in it, and it goes into like this pee bag. I don't know. That was the most uncomfortable thing, and the catheter gave me a UTI. So with that being said, the whole time I was in the DR, I couldn't have any massages done because I had an infection. I got one massage in there, but that was before I found out that I had a UTI. So I couldn't have any massages in the DR but one. I had a fever as high as 101.4, I believe, like the whole time. So it was tough, man. It was really tough. I didn't have any pain, but my UTI caused me to become sick, and that was the only thing that was like really bothering me up until the day it was time for me to go home. Like I had a fever, so I had to drink like 10 bottles of water per day to try to get rid of this UTI before my flight, because my flight home was 18 hours long with 2 layovers. So it was tough, man. So after drinking about 10 to 12 bottles of water, my UTI pretty much cleared up. I'm sure it wasn't all the way gone, but I didn't have to use the bathroom frequently like I was before. And I don't know, my plane ride as far as my UTI was good, but man, that plane ride was horrible. Oh my god, my body was so swollen. Like I had wheelchair service, so that I don't know what I would have done without wheelchair service. I don't think I would have made it without wheelchair service. It was horrible. Okay, that plane ride was so bad. It was so bad. I was swollen. I was sore. I didn't take pain meds before my flight because, like I said, I wasn't in any pain, but I should have taken pain meds before my flight. I should have taken water pills before my flight, but I didn't. I did take a heparin shot, and that's to prevent blood clots from forming. I took one of those before my flight, but I was in so much pain. I was so uncomfortable. I never want to do that again, ever. I think the plane ride back home was worse than the actual surgery. The surgery was not bad at all. I did plan on, I told y'all in my last video that I was gonna vlog everything, but once you get there, it is so hard to do anything because you're kind of like starstruck by Duran, and so much happens so fast and you can't catch everything. It was almost impossible for me to do. So be lucky you got what you got out of that last video, because it was very hard recording, especially because I was sick. It was hard. Do I like my results? I love my results. I love my results. I have hips. I'll stand up for you. How about that? Like my confidence level before was maybe, I'm gonna label it like, okay, so from a scale of 1 through 10, my confidence level was maybe at a 5. Now my confidence level is at a 20. So it's off the freaking scale. So I have to wear this file high, and I'm sitting in a chair. This is this chair I'm sitting in, but I'm sitting backwards so my butt can hang off of it. So I have on a dress and my file high is under it. But my waist is like tiny. It's so tiny. And then I have some hips going on here. And I got some booty going on here. Well, you can't really see. You can't really see. But I got a body now. And it just feels so good. I feel so good. I feel so confident and so sexy. And now I can get naked in front of my wife, finally. And I just feel so good. It was a really, really good experience. I would do it again. I would definitely do it again. But I will not travel to the DR from Hawaii ever again because it just takes way too long. So the flight just messed up everything if I had to do this all over again. I hate the flight, but if Duran was closer to me, I would do it all over again. So I'm not like 100% okay, like I'm sore, you know, but that ain't nothing. That's temporary, you know, like it'll go away. That soreness will go away. As far as me in my massages, my wife drained me. She has needles here. She's a medic, so she actually drained me once. But after being drained in the DR and being drained at one time, I didn't have to really get drained. I don't have a lot of fluid for some reason. I don't know why I don't have a lot of fluid, but I don't. My body ended up being stiff and sore, so she'll massage me with the she bought the massager from Target, Wall, I believe that's the brand. It's like a therapeutic massager, and it heats up, so that's what she uses to massage me. What else? I went shopping yesterday, and that was the best feeling ever. Okay. I tried on so many dresses, and I love the way my body looks. Y'all should have seen Misha when I was trying on my dresses, and then they let her come to the fitting room, and every time I tried on something and I would come out and she would just look at me like, whew, the way she looked at me, it just made me feel so good. It's so sexy, like, ah. Not that she didn't look at me like that before, but it was different this time. It was really, really different. I really like the way she looked at me. But yeah, I love my results, and I am still going to do a question and answer video. I have so many questions waiting in that DM waiting to be answered, so I am still going to answer those questions for you. But I just wanted to do this video real quick since I'm looking cute, you know. We looking cute. But yeah, I just wanted to do this video real quick. I'm pretty sure I left a lot out of it, so this is your chance to go shoot over there to my Instagram page, Duran Doll YHS. I will list it somewhere on here. And this is your chance to go and ask me any questions that I forgot to answer in this video. Go ask me those questions, and then I'll add those in my Q&A video. And I hope you like this video, and I shall see y'all in the next one.